What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. Evan Barron here. And guys, if you are looking to move to Chattanooga, Tennessee, I want you to watch this video first and then go from there. Let's do it. What's going on, guys? Evan Barron here, and on this channel we go over all things Chattanooga, what it's like to live, eat, sleep, play, and work. And I am a licensed realtor, so if you guys are looking to move to Chattanooga or anywhere in Tennessee, feel free to contact me in any of the ways down below, and I will be happy to help you guys out. So there are a few important things to know about Chattanooga before making the move here, and we're gonna start with number one, and that is the location of Chattanooga. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a layout of the city. So if we make a pinpoint right at the center of Chattanooga, downtown, and draw a circle, a radius, about 45 minutes outside of town, you'll find that you can absolutely live 45 minutes away or even more from actual downtown Chattanooga and still live a comfortable life, close to amenities, close to everything that you need, groceries, hardware stores, medical, that type of thing. So you don't technically need to be in downtown Chattanooga to have all the amenities that you need. A lot of times when people say that they live in Chattanooga, they don't actually live in Chattanooga. They live in one of the major towns outside of Chattanooga. And the cool thing about this city is it's not a very big one. It still has some pretty small town vibes. There are a lot of people moving here, but it's still pretty small. And when you're on one side of the city and you want to travel to the next side of the city, the layout is laid out in such that it does not take that much time to travel. There are two main mall areas that you can pretty much find everything that you need. One of them being Hamilton Place, which is located in East Brainerd. There's Hamilton Place Mall and a road called Gun Barrel. And on that road, you have pretty much everything that you need. So I know 45 minutes to an hour seems like a really, really long ways away from downtown, but it's really not, considering you have major towns outside of Chattanooga as well. So if you want to live in a small town or a city with a small town vibe, but you don't want to sacrifice the conveniences of being in a big city, Nashville's 2.5 hours west. You have Knoxville an hour and a half east, and then you have Atlanta, which is 2 hours south. So Chattanooga sits right in a triangle between really three major cities. You have Birmingham as well, I forgot to mention that. You're right in the center of multiple major cities, and if you can't find what you're looking for in Chattanooga, then you can just drive a little bit and you'll find what you're looking for somewhere else. Chattanooga is also a pass-through city. What that means is you have I-75 running from South Florida all the way up to Michigan. And it runs right through Chattanooga. So if you travel often, if you like driving down to Florida, it's only about like a 6-hour drive to the beach, which is really nice. Hop on I-75, go down south, or if you want to go north, I-75 is right there. So you don't have to go on these crazy back roads to reach the highway. It runs right through Chattanooga, so traveling is quite convenient. And on the topic of travel, Chattanooga also has a small metro airport. Chattanooga Airport is probably my favorite airport because it's an in and out airport. You go, you check in, you go right through security, and you are at your gate. Super quick process. The only downside of that is that it doesn't have direct access to major airports. If you fly Allegiant, you can fly direct down to Florida, but that's about it. If you're wanting to travel anywhere else, you're gonna have a layover in a major city. But another benefit of Chattanooga being in the location it is, if you just drive 2 hours south to Atlanta, Atlanta is a major international airport and will likely have direct flights pretty much anywhere that you want to go. And then one other aspect I want to touch on about the location is Chattanooga is seated in a valley between two major mountain ranges, the Cumberland Mountains and the Appalachian Mountains. What that means is you have really, really close access to beautiful views. Outdoor activities like hiking, rock climbing, kayaking, mountain biking, a bunch of camping. There's a ton to do if you are an outdoor person. You have the Cumberland Mountains, which is west of the river, and then you have the Appalachian Mountains and pretty much the Smokies and the Smoky Mountains in your backyard. Super convenient, and if you're an outdoor person, you'll absolutely love it here. Number two of things that you should know before moving to Chattanooga, and this one is so nice, it's the affordable living. The first thing we'll touch on is housing, because housing will likely be the most expensive thing that you or your family will be spending your money on. So in Chattanooga, right now, the median home price is right around $324,000. So that means you're gonna be spending around $193 per square foot. And this is all going to depend on the location. There's multiple different neighborhoods and suburbs in Chattanooga, so it's all going to be dependent on that. What we are seeing though in Chattanooga as a whole is a 4.4% appreciation year over year. Now, this is despite the craziness in the economy and what's happened in 2020 and COVID and all of that. We've been seeing this year over year, an average of 4.4% appreciation. That comes at no surprise to me because the demand here is so high. And if you are searching for homes in Chattanooga, you'll probably realize that the supply here is very limited as well. It is very much a seller's market, and when a home does pop on the market, it does not stay on the market for very long as there is such high demand here. Okay, so we're gonna dive into some of the towns here in Chattanooga and see what their median home price is. So in Ottawa, we're seeing a median home price of $458,000 with an appreciation of 13% since last year. So we're seeing some major appreciation in some of these towns here in Chattanooga. In Harrison, the median home price is $482,000. In Hickson, it's $375,000 with an 8% appreciation since last year. Soddy Daisy, $318,000. And we're gonna dive into the high-end areas now, Signal Mountain and Lookout Mountain, which the statistics are pretty crazy. Hang in there for a minute. Signal Mountain, median home price, $778,000 with an appreciation since last year of 55.7%. Insane. Okay, we'll go to Lookout Mountain now. Lookout Mountain has a median home price of $1.2 million with a 58.5% appreciation since last year. These two areas specifically have increased in demand significantly. And if you visit the area, you'll understand why. When people buy homes in these two areas, they just don't leave. It's their home. It's going to be their home for the rest of their lives. Now, with all that said, Chattanooga still has a 24% lower home price than the US average. When it comes to other living expenses like utilities, groceries, transportation, they all come lower than the US average, with the exception of healthcare. Healthcare sits right at the US average. When it comes to taxes, taxes can be a major expense, especially when we're taking into consideration the cost of living. Chattanooga does have a sales tax of 9.25%. However, it does not have an income tax, which is really nice for a lot of people. When we're talking about US averages, the average sales tax is right around 7.6%, and the average income tax is 4.6%. So Chattanooga also has a lower average when it comes to taxes. Chattanooga has seen the job market increase by 2.8% year over year, and expected job growth for the next 10 years is expected to be at 44.5%. Honestly, this does not surprise me at all, especially when I see all of the growth that Chattanooga is experiencing. Chattanooga has become a major tech hub. It's a great place if you're in healthcare, manufacturing, insurance. Honestly, there's a lot of markets out here that you can get into. Chattanooga does have excellent education, especially when it comes to higher education as well. Some of the colleges located here include Chat State, University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, Southern Adventist University, you have Lee University, you have Cleveland State, you have a few others as well. There are plenty of options for you if you are in college or you have kids who are going to be in college. And one of my favorite things about Chattanooga is the great outdoors. Again, mentioned above in the location, Chattanooga is in a valley and it has super close access to the mountains. And with that, all of the outdoor activities that you can explore in the mountains. So something that I love doing every single Saturday is I go on a new hike. And with these hikes, you can go explore new views, beautiful views. You can go to waterfalls, hike along streams and rivers, go to a swimming hole. There's just so many options when it comes to that. And you also have the Smoky Mountains right in your backyard. So if you want to drive 2 hours and make a little day trip out of it, you have so many different hikes that you can choose from in the Smokies as well. And then not only that, you also have the Cumberland Mountains. I guess on camera it'd be this way. Beautiful area. Awesome waterfalls. You have to go explore that area if you are visiting or live here in Chattanooga. And aside from hiking, you can also enjoy the water. You have streams, rivers, lakes, again, swimming holes. You can go boating, you can go kayaking, you can go whitewater rafting, and you can also go rock climbing, you can go mountain biking, you can go camping. There's just so many options for you. And if you are moving here with a family, there is a ton of family-friendly activities that you can enjoy as well. Here in downtown specifically, we have the Tennessee Aquarium, we have the Chattanooga Zoo, we have the Discovery Museum, you have the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum, you have Rock City, You just have plenty of options for the family as well. If you want to be a little bit more social, you want to actually be in the crowd, then there are a ton of events and festivals for you as well. When it comes to music, it seems like there's a music festival here every single month. One that is coming up is Moon River. And the music festivals play all kinds of music. You have rock, you have jazz, you have country, you have Christian, you have Latin, you have punk, you have all types of music here. Music for everyone. And we also have like beer and whiskey and food festivals and events as well. One of my favorites is the Taco Festival. If you know me, you know that I love Mexican food. And there is an entire festival dedicated to tacos. So I absolutely love that. And the last thing we'll touch on is weather. Another big reason why people move to this city is the mild weather, and we have all 4 seasons. The hot season lasts from May to September. We'll frequently see highs in the 80s. It'll touch 90s. Never will really get above 100, although it may feel that hot sometimes because of the humidity. If you're coming from somewhere like the coast of California, where the temperature is very mild and even on the cool side most of the year, you will definitely feel the heat and the humidity. You'll sweat a ton, and it might be a little bit uncomfortable at first. It'll definitely be something for you to get used to. However, if you're coming from Florida, you're already going to be used to the heat, and it's going to feel probably a little bit better than what you're used to. And our cool season starts like at the end of November, and it'll go until around March. And we will see highs in the 50s, lows in the 30s, 40s. It's a very mild winter. It may snow maybe 1 to 2 times here in the valley in Chattanooga. If you really want to see snow, then you want to go up to the Appalachian Mountains or even the Cumberland Mountains. So it's super close by if you do want to access snow. In the valley, though, it does not snow often. But when it does, everything closes down. Work will close down and school will close down, and it'll be a great time for you to spend with your family. Winters are my least favorite season because I love the sun, and a lot of times winters become gray and gloomy. It doesn't rain often, like not a hard rain, but it will be a drizzle. It'll be very foggy. Rainy season here lasts from spring, summer, and the beginning of fall. And during this season, we'll see major thunderstorms. We'll see definitely some storm systems develop. Tornado season is a thing. We do have tornadoes, not very often though. The last one we had was back in 2020. Haven't seen one since. And then before that, I think there were like 2 others in the last 50 years. So they do happen, not very often at all. Something to consider though. And that is the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, guys, I am a licensed realtor, so if you are looking to move to Chattanooga or anywhere in Tennessee, feel free to contact me in any of the ways down below. Feel free to shoot me a text, give me a call, shoot me an email, and I will be happy to get back with you and help you guys out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.